Hi everybody and welcome to week 6. This week we're talking about multimedia and using it in your online classroom. Integrating media, any type of media into your online course is not only getting easier these days, but it's also very integral to your students' experience online and it really increases engagement. There are a number of key reasons why using digital media in your course is beneficial for your students. For one, it increases student engagement. It also helps students work through some difficult concepts they might be encountering, and it promotes critical awareness, and it also helps to foster equality in the classroom. So this week we will explore not only the importance of using media in our online classes, but also the various ways of accomplishing this with different tools. So we'll take a look at options for creating media, editing media, and then also very briefly the ins and outs of copyright and fair use of media, and also text resources. There are a couple of readings this week that I hope that you'll find useful to you as you begin to maybe think about how to incorporate more media into your course. First is a brief article which makes about what makes an online instructional video compelling. And then there's another page that I provided for you that goes over some of those basic things regarding copyright and fair use with media and videos online. I've also provided to you in that same page links to the Auraria Library and the Health Sciences Library pages that are specifically dedicated just to these copyright and fair use questions. Finally, I have an optional reading for you, but it's really interesting. It's a study that demonstrates how in-video quizzing helps to enhance memory and attention for students in online classrooms. So for this week's discussion, or assignment, I should say, you'll be creating your own media content. So this does not necessarily mean that you have to create a full lecture or recording or do anything fancy. This can really be anything, and I hope that you just remember this week that it can be very simple. The goal is to simply get your hands dirty, play around with some of the tools, and hopefully create something that maybe you could use in your class. So I provided some of the tutorials for you, but if you have other technologies that you like to use or prefer to use, then you can really use whatever you would like. Examples of what you might do this week or create this week is you could do a couple of minute walkthrough of your syllabus or your course, sort of a screen share video. You could also play around with a static image and use some quick enhancements or call outs. You could pull in a video that you find from YouTube, perhaps a TED Talk video, and maybe add some in-video quizzing into it. That is done using TechSmith Relay, which I have a tutorial for you there this week. Perhaps you could also even do your own podcast audio recording. So you can use a lot of these tools to do audio recordings. You just need to turn off your computer's camera and tell it to just pick up the audio instead of the camera, and then you have an audio file to play with. The sky's the limit this week, and I really want you to have fun and to not feel intimidated by any of the tools, but to have more of a low stakes place to play around and then also share your media with us. So whenever you have created your media item this week, go ahead and share it in the discussion forum, and then we can see what you came up with and give each other feedback. So finally, the tool times this week are, of course, tied in with this. I want to just give you a couple of skills to create your own media this week, and the pages cover TechSmith Snagit, Relay, and Camtasia. These are all free tools for you to use it here at CU Denver. We have an institutional license for all three of these. And I've also highlighted the CU Online Creation Station, which is where I usually record these videos. This is a space we have here at the Lawrence Street Center in the Office of Information Technology. It's a room that provides self-service video production for you. We have high quality video cameras, professional microphones for excellent audio production, and an iPad for teleprompter capability, and we also have an editing software on the computer in here. So if you want to just come and take a little tour of our space and look around, that's great, and I encourage you to do so. That is all that we have for this week. So we can't wait to see what sort of ideas you come up with, and please let me know if you have any questions this week.